Welcome to Cuz We Can Farms. We are Heather and Kimmy, best friends for over 30 years.
She looks like an angel with the sun behind her. And I mean that in the most non-romantic...
A pigpen angel.
non-romantic way. Because we're not a couple.
No, we're not. All of this lumber has been milled off of my Wood-Mizer LT35 that I bought when I bought the property. It's definitely been a fun experience learning how to use this thing, and it's really, really cool to mill trees off of my own property to build the shop of my dreams. What me?
No, I just didn't see it sliding on quite that easily.
Sure that I draw in my head.
That's true. I wish I could.
No, it's scary in there. It's my project, and you know how things go. I'm sure you're screaming at your television set for me to do something, and I'm just not hearing you. If you've ever thought about doing this, but then thought that people would make fun of you or think that you're weird, well, find your tribe, because there's an entire group of us that live this way and absolutely have a blast doing it. Got mustard on my shirt from corn dogs earlier. Can't take me anywhere.
What are you?
Because I am hangry. Didn't you hear all those words I bleeped out?
I heard them. The rest of them won't. She forgot that cheese.
I didn't know about the cheese. Do I look Mexican to you? I look Swedish. Don't even throw out that I grew up in Arizona and Texas.
You should be the one that likes the spicy stuff.
I have a s'mores rack.
And or a zucchini rack.
Check out my rack.
Oh my. I have to live with her.
Last year we began setting posts for a 30 by 50 barn shop. This being a first for both of us. Come along with us while we work on figuring this out and having a great time while we do it. Okay, so I just got off the phone with Randy, and we are working on plumbing our corners. Basically, we jumped the gun, as I'm sure a bunch of you knew. We leveled our corners with an actual level, and that's not good enough apparently. So we got a plumb bob. Neither one of us have ever used one before. I mean, I guess I've used one with a little thing on it, but we've been messing with it this morning, tried to put it on the top there, and we're gonna move to the corners. I wanted to do a shorter one before I did a super long one, and I was way up there in the air, you know, on this creaky ladder. But what we're having to do now is get the string to go farther out than our girts, and then we'll measure it. So we're gonna do 2 boards screwed together, measure that. That's how far it needs to be from the bottom. I think the hardest part of this is, one, getting the plumb bob to quit moving. I think we've established that.
I don't know if it's the wind or what it is, but that thing will not stop.
Yeah, it just wants to keep doing this. And then 2, this is the reason why I didn't go back yet and put a ton of screws in all of our girts. I've seen a couple comments about that, and people getting like, you don't have enough in there, but this is the reason why we just tacked those, because we need to be able to unscrew those and move the post and set the post perfectly, because we should have done this first. We did not. We're learning as we go. So,
and also once we have like a lift or something to get us up higher, then it's a lot more supportive, and we can put all that stuff in at that time.
Yeah, and that was kind of the plan. And I think we mentioned that. I just think, you know, things get, when you're watching stuff, I think you just miss it. So it's not that big of a deal, but that is again the reason why. Here comes a delivery truck, so it's going to get loud. Not our delivery truck. So we're going to try to do our corner posts. Randy said those are the most important, and once those are where they're supposed to be, then everything else just kind of falls into line. What we wanted to get done this morning was at least getting these end corner ones cut, so that we can start putting on a couple of our big beams and take down all this crazy bracing, because we can't get our tractor in to work on the other ones if going on. So I think possibly we might have to get closer because the truck is really loud. We may just do these two on this end and then get started so that we can get these cut and work on that. I mean, I don't know. This is the hard part. Things take a long time because we're new and we don't know how,
but we're determined.
We're determined. We're going to do it anyway. It just takes longer. So,
and we have to consult our resident.
We consult Randy.
Expert.
Yeah, Randy's our resident expert. We've consulted with him this morning, and working with these posts with the level. So if you're doing this and you're new and you don't know how, that's not annoying at all while we're trying to film. Hi, Tim.
She knows them. Y'all know Heather. She's very friendly.
It's actually kind of funny because half the time they don't know that I'm here. And so if they come up here and sit, I tattletale on them to my son, who is their boss. It is what it is. You know whose back I got. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to continue to time lapse. I'm glad you guys are really enjoying these videos. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. It definitely helps us. We love your comments. We love your suggestions, you guys. We really do. We don't like the people that are hateful, but who cares about them? But those of you that are giving us really good, solid advice, we appreciate you. We do bounce those off of Randy and see if that's in the same place, you know, if it's along the same lines.
And there's a difference between, advice that's kind and advice that's not.
Yes.
So we really appreciate those of you that are kind about it and realize that we are new and we are just learning.
Right.
So.
And we really did learn working with Anchors Down with two different professionals that there really is multiple different ways to do something, the same thing, and it's just what you've been trained to do. Yeah. So I think, and like Randy said, he's like, just put it up there and get it out. We're going to have to go 4 inches because we have real 2x material, go 4 inches out, measure 4 inches from the bottom. Someone else may do it differently, and that's okay, as long as you get the right, in the end, you get what needs to be got, right?
Right.
That makes sense.
They say there's several ways to skin a cat. I've never tried, and I don't think I ever will, but...
Yeah, I always thought that was like, but now I get it. But it was really fun working with two people who really know what they're doing, and I've also realized that people who know what they're doing, they work really, really fast.
Yeah, they do.
So Tim and Sam, we appreciate all the little tips you gave us, and it was a lot of fun working with you guys.
And it was great working with Grant and Natalie over at Anchors Down.
Nicole.
Nicole. I'm sorry, Nicole. Oh, Nicole, I'm so sorry.
That's because Tim and Natalie.
We do have friends that are Tim and Natalie as well. So,
yeah,
my apologies.
Which that's Fifth Journey Off-Grid Homestead, and they are amazing too. So if you're not watching them, go watch them. I'm going to put links in the description. Anytime we mention a channel, there'll be a link in the description. You guys go down there, say hi, check out their content, and see if it's something you really want to watch.
Tell them we sent you.
Yeah. All right. I think we've stalled enough now that we're done yelling because the truck was loud.
And now that the truck stopped running, let's get to work. So as you can see, that last post there is hanging out, so we need to fix it and make sure everything's plumb on that side. So that's what we're going to be working on here.
Woo, it moved. The post moved.
Oh, scary.
Actually, I can put these like this. another screw.
I got you. I got one.
Of course, my ladder's in the way. Isn't that how it always works?
All the things.
Yeah, I'm putting that in loose so we can adjust it. So here's where I basically just put a screw up top and then we connected the plumb bob to it and let it hang down to find out where we were going. This was a little sketchy because my ladder
Yeah, that's out a little bit.
well, we knew it was.
Yes.
So, you know, we're not going to probably get a lot done in this video, you guys, but this is kind of about how it goes for us in general because we're learning. But we're learning like this super important lesson. So hopefully we may just show you this one, but we will get the others done. We just may not show it and do it a little bit later, but this is what we're doing. So obviously it needs to go that way some more, and it needs to come out so that this hangs to about right there. So my son's had a delivery done, some gravel delivery done, and the dump truck got stuck. So he has the tractor
That we were going to
that we're
use.
using to push this, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to get up as high as we can. We're going to push that and just kind of, because this whole side just shifted. So we're going to be waiting on that, and maybe we'll try to find something else that we can do.
We are
until
going to
then.
help some friends today.
We are, you guys. We're going to Our Dream in the Woods. Beth and Greg. We're really excited. We've gotten to hang out with them a little bit, so we're super excited to go over and visit them today and help out. He is also doing a pole barn from Barn Geeks plans. So I'm really excited to pick his brain, get some knowledge from him, and help him a little bit on his, because I think that's, again, we love helping people, but it's also going to really help us on our build because we're doing the exact same kind of build. They are wonderful people. We're excited to have them in our inner group. I'll put a link in the description below, but probably in Friday's video. I don't know when it'll come out, but you know, that's what we do around here. We really do try to help people, and many hands make light work. And so we know that they're all going to come help us when it's time to rally and get some stuff done here. We're just trying to get this stuff done before that happens. So we're really excited for a pretty big collaboration that we're going to do with multiple channels, hopefully coming out here and getting some stuff done so that we can all beat winter this year. So let me go figure out what else we can do while we're waiting on the tractor to come back. So we went ahead and started doing a little bit of cleanup in the area, prepping for the tractor to be able to come back around. And then we kind of decided to give it a try and see if we can manually move this, and it went really easy. It's kind of amazing to see how much it was actually out of whack there. I'm really impressed with this tip on the A-frame holding it up that high.
When I said screw you, I didn't mean it in that way.
Not in a mean way.
No.
I really like this A-frame thing. Like, I feel way better about it. That's a great tip.
And we did learn that when we were over at Anchors Down.
We did, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Now we should have a plumb post, and that wasn't super hard.
We always make things harder in our minds.
We'll know for sure once we do that one. Because this one we just had to move. We didn't have to move any of the girts. If that one's not plumb, then we have to move girts.
Ah.
Ooh, hiss.
Let's pray.
All right. I want to put...
I do love how steady this makes things.
Yes. You guys, when I'm up on that ladder, the view, if you think the view's been pretty so far, what we've shown you up higher like that is phenomenal. So the second story is going to be like the coveted spot. We should definitely have a little guest room right there with a little patio so someone could go out and look when we're doing crafts. I think that's going to be gorgeous.
Maybe Kimmy should have an apartment up there before the A-frame goes up, because, you know.
I mean, that you would like it. It would be nice. No joke. We don't have any hammers.
That's what I was saying. We left them in acres down. I was like, I can't find a hammer, and that's why.
Yeah. Well, we do have some
Rocks.
A box somewhere. We need a rock.
There's some rocks.
We need a box of rocks, please. Look, this one looks great. Oh, it's even flat.
Yeah, you got this,
when
girl.
you're choosing your hammer rock. You want it to be flat, so you don't use this side, you use the flat side. And you watch your fingers. When I was standing here, I was like, well, we kind of need to do this in both directions, north and south and east and west. So we decided that we were just going to test it and see how much out of whack it was, because I didn't think it was that far out of plumb. But it's amazing how you get that height. So these are 12 feet tall, and how much just a little bit can affect plumb. This is what we're going to be doing on all four corners, and maybe even just all the posts in general. Definitely the ones going down the center too.
So that is a problem. It's not where we want it to be, is it?
That's no bueno.
No bueno.
No bueno. I got all excited because I thought it was good, but there was a board in the way that was holding it at the right spot.
Good at all, dang it.
No, so we have to unscrew our girts and shift this post, and then re-screw our girts back on, which is really difficult because
the ladder's leaning on it.
The ladder's leaning on it, and the only thing that I can think to do is unscrew them and put little bracers underneath each one of these girts. I'm gonna have to powwow and think. I'm gonna put my man brain on.
We'll bring you guys back.
I have to say that I may not know what I'm doing and I may make mistakes, but I'm good at thinking out of the box.
Yeah, you are.
To fix things.
I would have never have thought of doing this for our next part in the project.
Alright, I'm going to take this one, these two up top. If you'll grab that one will go up next, and you can show them. I already put one up. Wants to move the whole dang board. Can I have another long screw?
Yeah. stupid.
Won't come out.
Don't look, Bob.
My ladder's got too much dang give. Why is there always one? Carson was going too smooth.
So that one's just fighting her. Now she wants a pry bar. I'm not even sure if we have one.
I know I own one.
I wish I was taller. I could karate kick it.
Or if we had our hammers, because we didn't leave them at someone's house.
There is that as well. I'm sure we have another hammer somewhere. We'll go hunt for it.
We should have turned around and went back. Yeah, I was trying to get the second screw to hold the board and then unscrew the screw that was stuck in there, but it's not. It likes its home.
It's not cooperating.
It likes its home.
Drats.
So we weren't able to move these with our bracing posts. So we were trying to figure out what we could do. And I decided to go get a stick or a board and just smack it. I'm sure that's going to stress out a lot of people, but it worked. And it didn't need a lot of adjustment up at the top to move it quite a bit. So I overdid it. I brought a big log, smacked it from the other side just once. And then I had to go back up and do a little tapping on the top to bring that to plumb. So now that we figured out how to do this and it's not super difficult, we'll continue around to the other posts and get all of the others plumb. But it feels really good to have that done correctly now. Belts are correct tension, and then I just have a lever on the inside that I just push up and it tightens.
And it tightens it. So
When the blade goes on, it is there.
it just stays.
Yeah, I'm supposed to, but I forget. But I've never broken a blade. I've never had it do anything weird. So,
Yeah.
but usually if it's too much, then I try to cut it out, and then so I don't pop it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I've ever happened.
I think it's when I get gummed up.
How many gallons does that hold?
3.
Oh, okay. I think that's about what mine was. Yeah, mine's probably 3
And then
gallons.
all winter I just ran with windshield wiper fluid,
Yeah,
and it worked pretty good. So
I heard that works. I'm kind of planning on doing that this winter. cool. We're over here with our dream in the woods, and we're getting to see how his sawmill works, and it's just totally blows my mind how different the two different brands of sawmills are. So I'm going to put a link in the description below. Make sure you go over there and say hi and that we sent you. And this is a really neat little machine. I mean, I guess it's not a little machine. It's a big machine. But I'm glad that mine is all hydraulics. I don't think I'm strong enough to use this one. All right, Kimmy, what do you think of it?
It's cool. So it's a bit different because it's a little, it seems like it's a bit slower. He has to really push into it, but it's really cool seeing a totally different process from a different kind of machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, look at this. I know you're not supposed to covet, but this is a really cool sawmill cover.
Yeah. That I definitely cover.
Cut as much as you want.
Put them all together, you couldn't drop down 10 inches and cut. Oh, yeah.
So that's the good thing about the barn plans, because it's 6-inch material,
Right.
6 by 6,
Right.
8 or 10, and so at least I can cut.
Right.
If I have a cant that I can get 2 beams out of, I can cut it in
Oh,
half.
that's really interesting. So you couldn't do an 8 by 10.
I can do an 8 by 10 if it's below the
Oh, so
Below the
I get you.
thing. You can do whatever you want and below it.
Mhm.
It's just slicing 2 of them in half is the problem.
Yeah, I think mine is 18 inches because I've done 3 6 by, and then we've pulled them off, and then I've done. So I
And
think
stuff
it's
below it.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. But
Yeah.
we have to take off, you guys, because we have a live here this evening, and we totally forgot about it. So
We forgot what day of the week it
I
was.
totally what day of the week it was. We thought it was Monday, and it's not. It's Tuesday. So if you haven't been to our lives, make sure you come hang out Tuesday at 5, either on my channel here or at Waking Up Country. We have them every Tuesday, but we want you guys to meet Greg and Beth, who's hiding, who's the cameraman.
Or camera woman.
Yeah.
Stand
And your channel is,
Our Dream in the Woods.
okay, and give him a little rundown of what you're doing.
Similar paths. We've got our own sawmill. We're milling our own lumber, building the barn from the same site, from Barn
Yeah.
Geek site.
So
We
cool.
both like that site and got inspired by it. And ours is a 42 by 60, and it's off the plan of a 40 by 50 horse barn.
Nice.
So
So yours is different. So you guys could see actually 2 different of the plans being built.
Yeah.
And are you starting yours this year or next year?
next year.
Next
So we
year.
got the foundation in, and we'll spend all fall and winter milling, and then starting to raise the barn next.
And he's been building
Spring.
this cover for his sawmill, which we desperately need. You guys yell at us all the time, but this thing is
So beautiful.
fantastic. And so it was really cool getting to come hang out and check this thing out and see the different machines. Because now you guys, yours is much different than mine, but let's talk cost. Mine was $23,000, and I didn't even get the class because of COVID.
So this is a HM 130 Max. It was until today the biggest machine they make.
Oh.
Now they make a 136. So with little bells and whistles and extensions and everything, I'm about 7,500 in this
Wow.
machine.
It's a big difference.
So,
That's a big difference.
but no hydraulics,
No hydraulics,
and so it's a little more. It's slower,
right?
and
Right.
it's
A lot more
it's
manual
and-
labor.
And manual labor.
Mhm.
A lot more trips around
Yeah.
the log.
But I mean, you got through this log really pretty easily. I mean, we're gonna miss the last bits of it because we got to take off. But you're milling your 1x10s for your siding, and I mean, you got through it. I mean, I don't know how long we've been here, but that was the one thing that I knew that I couldn't do was the physical aspect of it. I had to pay more for, because now I get to be like 80 years old out there milling.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I look forward to coming out and checking
Yeah.
it out and helping out on your barn too.
That'd be fantastic.
It'd be fun.
We're definitely learning a lot. I love these plans that he has, and I'm excited to build quite a few of the things that are on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks for having us out.
Thank you.